Hi everybody, welcome to Tartan Time this morning. I'm Mrs. Rice. So I'm going to just be kind of showing you what the PSAT and this NMSQT, this alphabet soup, is all about today. You've probably heard about the PSAT, the test that's coming up rather quickly, but then the National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test, it's all one test. So what is this? What does it mean? How can you as a student in high school benefit from taking this test? We're going to talk about all of those things today. So it is a practice SAT, hence PSAT, right? And then the National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test. It measures things like your critical reading, math problem solving, and your writing skills. So the big thing here to understand is that these are skills that are developed over many years in and out of the classroom. So there's really no way to cram for this test, which you think, well, then why would I take it? I can't really study for it. But it's also nice because it's not as stressful as a test that you can cram for, right? So let's look at the top 10 reasons why you should take the PSAT and this qualifying test for a scholarship, right? So it's going to assess those skills we just talked about, and it's going to compare you to students around the nation who are taking the same tests, and they're competing with you to get into the same colleges. So it's kind of a good gauge of, okay, where do I compare? Am I going to be able to compete with these other people looking to go to the same schools I want to go to? Number 9, your parents say they want you to go to Harvard. Your friends say you'll be lucky to get in anywhere, right? So how about an impartial assessment? Do you have the ability to do college level work at the institution of your choice? You don't have to listen to what other people say about you. The PSAT will tell you. It, like I said before, it allows you to compare your test performance nationwide. Number 8, what number do I need to call? When do I have to take the test? There's a lot of info and deadlines to keep track of when you're preparing for college. And you guys will notice this as sophomores and juniors very soon, that there's all kinds of dates. Whew! Don't worry, when you take the PSAT, you're automatically pre-registered for the SAT. You'll just go to collegeboard.com and you'll pick a test date. So that's really nice. College is expensive. Number 7, a lot about money here. The good news is that the PSAT, it only costs $15. The other tests are even more expensive than that. So that's a good benefit of this practice test. Number 6, when you take the PSAT, it's a good way to start off the year thinking about college and career goals. You guys are getting closer and closer to no longer being in high school, right? So the sooner you start thinking about it, the sooner you can start planning for it. You know what they say, the early bird catches the worm. So let's get that planning process started, and we'll kind of help you along the way in Tartan Time. Number 5, when you take the PSAT, you gain access to My College Quick Start, available through College Board. It offers free, F-R-E-E, resources and information about college and career planning. That's a huge resource that we'll be looking at in Tartan Time, but you could also really get a head start if you're taking the PSAT. Number 4, you don't know where else to apply besides UC, because, I mean, everybody applies there, right? So I don't really know where else to look. Or maybe you never have any mail for you in your mailbox and you want to feel special, right? Check the yes to the Student Search Services when you take the PSAT. You'll get lots of different mail from lots of different colleges and giving you some information about those schools that could be right for you and could be really cool places to check out. Number 3, the PSAT gives you a preview of college admissions tests. That's a huge one. It prepares you for the SAT with a free personalized study plan, also accessible through collegeboard.com. So you're going to need to take the SAT. So if you pay $15 to take the PSAT, it's going to automatically customize, personalize some preparation materials for you for the bigger, even more important test. It's huge. For sophomores, taking the PSAT as a sophomore is great practice for when it really counts your junior year. And number 1, for juniors, so sophomores, you should be listening too, because this is going to apply to you next year. Taking the PSAT this year is essential if you want to be considered for the National Merit Scholarship. So what this means is the PSAT, if you hit a certain benchmark, it'll qualify you for a ton of money being offered in the National Merit Scholarship. These scholars, they are identified in a bunch of different schools around the nation every year. That is a huge deal. Like, these people get full rides, essentially, to the college of their choice. So that's really, really huge opportunity. So some information about the test format. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes. There's a verbal section, math section, and a writing section. It kind of gives you the breakdown here on the screen of the timing for those. The scoring range, you can score 20 to 80 points in each of those sections. You get a point for each correct answer. If you don't answer, nothing happens. You don't get a point, you don't get one taken away. But there is what we call a guessing penalty. So if you get a wrong answer, you get a quarter of a point taken off. So the rule of thumb there really is you want to eliminate, right, process of elimination. You want to eliminate as many as possible. The more you eliminate, the more likely you are to get that correct, and the less likely that guessing penalty is to hurt you. So if you have no clue and you can't eliminate any of the options, do not guess. If you can eliminate 2, it would be better if you could eliminate 3, go ahead and guess. Okay, but be sure, be confident in, I know this one is not it, I know this one is not it, so I'm going to go ahead and guess on one of the other ones. National Merit semifinalists are announced in mid-September of the 12th grade, and they are based on a selection index. The test date is Wednesday, October 14th, 2015. It'll be here at the high school, so that's kind of nice. You don't have to drive anywhere else. And it's actually in the morning during school. Okay, so it's at 8 a.m. There is a $15 non-refundable fee. You can pay through Easy Pay, credit card, cash, or checks made payable to Oak Hills High School with your name in the memo. Easy Pay it'll be available September 8th through the 24th. That's when registration is available. So you're going to fill out the Google form online, and you'll submit your payment either through Easy Pay or through the business office. Again, registration opens up September 8th, so that's next week when you guys are watching this video, through the 24th, the test being October 14th. So what you'll do after we watch this video is check your email, and you'll see a link to register, and you'll fill out that Google form. You can do it right now if you'd like, which I very much encourage you to do, or with your parents, kind of consult them, and then you can check your email and fill that out. So here's what the online Google form will look like. You'll put in your name and your ID number. It gives you all this information that I just talked about. Your grade, your turn time teacher, all your email address and phone numbers, and then your method of payment. It'll ask you how you're going to pay. So once you submit this form and your payment, you get it paid for. The test information as well as prep information will be sent to your Oak Hills email account by October 2nd. So that's kind of a key thing there too. We're going to help you to prepare for this test. So I very much encourage you guys to take this test. There's huge opportunity in it. It's going to be a very good gauge of how you're going to do in your very near future. If you have any questions, please let me or your Tartan Time teacher, or even better yet, your counselor know. Have a great day.